Hello, second grade. Welcome to Miss Samaniego's home. I'm currently still real comfy in my jammies, but I am ready to teach, and I hope you're ready to learn. So, yesterday we learned about a way that we can brainstorm ideas on how we can write informational writing, how we can find topics for our informational writing pieces. Can you remember how we did that? I'll give you a couple seconds to see if you remember. Okay. So if you remember from yesterday, we found ways kind of with a brainstorming method like this, like what we're going to use today, but instead of saying things I'm curious about, we said things that we're already experts in, and then we wrote about it, okay? And then we found Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Miss Samaniego's home. So today we are going to continue talking about informational writing or expository writing, but specifically trying to figure out another way that we can brainstorm ideas for topics to write about, because sometimes it's hard to figure out what we want to write about. So we're going to learn another way than what we learned yesterday on what to write about. Now, just as a review, yesterday we learned that we can make a bubble, kind of like what we did here, and we can think of things that we already feel like we are experts in, okay? Whether that be, Miss Samaniego said I thought I was an expert about Cocker Spaniels. So I could probably write a pretty good informational writing about Cocker Spaniels, just about the facts. Remember, informational writing is just facts. So today we're going to learn a new way of going about it with things that we're curious about. It's okay if we're not always experts about things. No one is, not about everything at least. So how do we become experts about things? We have to research it and we have to find ways of learning about those things. So today what we're going to do is we're going to use this method to figure out things that we are curious about that we could later go and research. And these are things that we will later go and research. Okay, that makes sense? All right, so just like yesterday, I'm going to read a story to you, a writing, and it's going to be an example of what your writing might look like as an informational writer, okay? Today's is about dolphins, all about dolphins, and we're going to stop and point out some things that are really good, real strong about this writing that we should probably be looking at in our future writing, expository and informational writing, okay? So this is called Dolphins. At SeaWorld and some zoos, you can watch dolphins jump, flip, and do lots of other tricks. However, there are many other interesting things that can be learned about dolphins. Did you know that dolphins and humans are alike in many ways? Now, something that I know we talked about with narrative writing is also in this. They just used a question in their writing. And we learned with narrative writing that questions will draw your readers in. So they're really good hooks. And did this hook us? Did you know that dolphins and humans are alike in many ways? Well, I want to know how they're alike. It's really good to use that in your writing, boys and girls. Dolphins live together in groups called pods. It is kind of like how humans live together with their families. Dolphins also enjoy playing with other dolphins in their pods, just like humans play and socialize with people in their families. Dolphins are some of the ocean's friendliest animals. Have you ever seen a dolphin before? Dolphins are mostly gray, but they can also be a mix of black and white. Their skin feels slick and rubbery. Dolphins have two flippers on the sides of their bodies. Their flippers help them steer in water. Dolphins also have tails and fins to help them swim in the water. If you ever go to the beach in Hawaii or in California, you might spot a bottlenose dolphin. The bottlenose dolphin is the most popular kind of dolphin. Dolphins can live in most oceans around the world. The only oceans you will not find dolphins in are the Antarctic and the Arctic oceans. These oceans are too cold for dolphins to live there. Dolphins are playful and cute, but they are carnivorous. Carnivorous. I know we've talked about that word before. What do you kind of think? Carnivorous. What word is in that word? Carnivore. What do I know that carnivores eat? Next sentence. carnivores are meat eaters. Dolphins eat different kinds of fish. Cod, herring, and mackerel are some of the kinds of fish they eat. Did you know that killer whales are also dolphins? Killer whales eat sea lions, seals, and even sea turtles. After hearing more about dolphins, I hope you think that they are some of the most interesting animals in the ocean. Now, something that I just noticed in this, boys and girls, and I know we talked about questions a minute ago, but I have a student in my class that I saw yesterday in their writing did a really good job in their 4 sentences that they had to write about their research, the book that they read. In it, he was saying, he asked those kind of questions. Did you know? And then told me a fact. Did you know? Then told me a fact. So that's a good lead-up sentence, boys and girls, to give facts in your writing. That's just something I wanted to point out. Last thing before we learn our new brainstorming way, okay? In the writing, what I wanted to show you, and we've talked about this with other passages that we've read, I want you to notice the word pods, okay? The word pods and flippers. Oh, there it is. Flippers are bolded in bold print. Now, the reason that they put them in bold print, boys and girls, is that number one, they were very important vocab in here. But number two, they gave definitions for what those things are. That is so okay in informational writing to do. We actually want you to do that. Give more information, give definitions of things in the writing. Okay? I just wanted you guys to see that, to know what good informational writing looks like. Okay? All right, so what do we do if we want to write about something and we don't know anything about that thing, but we need to tell information about it? Well, first we need to brainstorm about it, and that's what we're going to talk about today, is brainstorming about it, okay? So I wanted to show this to you guys. It looks so similar to yesterday's because one of my favorite ways to brainstorm before writing is using the bubble way, okay? So what I want you to do right now is I want you to get out your writing journal or your phonics journal, whatever, just a piece of paper that you can take a picture of and put in a PowerPoint slide to turn in here in a second. I want you, okay, and you're going to keep this, boys and girls, so don't throw it away after you're done, okay? I want you to draw a circle, and I want you to put things I am curious about. Now, when we say curious, that means things that we are wanting to learn more about. Curious, we want to learn more about. So I want everyone to write that, okay? And I just want you to start brainstorming. You don't have to do 4. You could do 10 things. I know there are hundreds of things that you guys are curious about. You guys come to me all the time with questions that you want to know answered. So with informational writing, we get to do the research to find things out to write about, and that's what we're going to do, okay? But for just today, we're just going to brainstorm ideas of what we can do or what we can write about, okay? So let's see, something that Miss Samaniego is very curious about that I want to learn more about. Let's do this. I want to learn more about, I've always wanted to learn more about Pluto. Okay, at one point, boys and girls, it wasn't a planet anymore. And then it became one again. I want to know why. I want to know what about this planet is just confusing everyone so much, okay? I want to know more about the state of Maine. The state of Maine, because that's somewhere Miss Samaniego has always wanted to travel to. I've always wanted to go to Maine, so that might be a good one to research and maybe figure out, maybe I don't want to go there anymore. Maybe I do, okay? The next thing I want to learn more about, I want to learn more about how to play the violin. Miss Samaniego just got a violin, and I'm trying to learn. So I want to learn more about it. I am curious about violins. So that could be something I could research and write about. Last thing. Let's see. I talked about music, planets, a state. What's something else I'm curious about? I am curious. You can also be curious about a person. Okay, I might want to research and write about a person. You know who I think? I am very curious in the author of the Chronicles of Narnia, C.S. Lewis. So I might want to do some research and write an informational writing about C.S. Lewis. Okay? So here's your assignment, boys and girls. This shouldn't take you very long. What we want you to do is we want you to brainstorm ideas. These are things that you want to learn more about. Okay? And I want you do more than 4. Okay? You can do as many as you want. Draw as many lines out as you want. Brainstorm a lot. Brainstorm a lot. That's all I want you to do though. Take a photo of what you've done, put it in the Google slide, insert it into the Google slide, and make sure you turn it into your teacher, okay? I'm so excited to see what you guys want to learn about. This is exciting. But I hope you guys learned a little bit today. I can't wait to teach you guys some more later. But yeah, have a really great rest of your day and a good spring break. Enjoy your Friday off. Bye-bye, boys and girls.